Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky, round 2. Yes, you heard that right. If you watched last week's episode, you are aware of the disaster, and if you did not, you should. You should. Although there was a success story in those muffins, and they were very, very good, but there was a tragedy in that pumpkin dessert. So, I'm aiming to please. We're gonna try another pumpkin dessert here today. We're gonna try a pumpkin cobbler. Yes, very similar to a pumpkin crisp. And most of these are things that you have at home. Will not break the bank. You don't have to order on Amazon. And by golly, I think we've got this one down. Let's cross some fingers. All right, so here we go. You need a 9x9 pan. All right, you need some grease for that pan. Once again, no parchment paper. You're gonna leave it in there and stick it in the fridge. Oven preheated to 350. All right, in bowl number 1, you're gonna have almond flour. You're gonna use a confectioner's sugar substitute, baking powder, cinnamon. Now, it calls for ginger, ground nutmeg, and cloves. If you have all 3 of those, great. If you do not, you just simply add everything up, which is 3/4 of a teaspoon, and you use pumpkin pie spice. I did Google hunt that one out. You can swap that out for pumpkin pie spice. And then the pinch of cloves. So I did 3/4 of a teaspoon, and then I did a little shake for that pinch shake. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Almond milk, pumpkin puree, not pie filling, vanilla, and softened butter. That's in bowl 1, which I'll show you in a minute. In bowl 2, we have brown sugar sweetener substitute, chopped pecans, cinnamon, and then near the end, we have some hot water we're gonna pour on top. Okay, I think we can do this. So here I go. So in this bowl, I have everything. It looks like a big globular mess. I am going to go off camera for a minute, but I'm just basically gonna take this and start whisking it. Then I'm gonna come back. We're gonna put this into a greased pan. We're gonna top it with the topping mixture, and then we're gonna put some hot water on top. And it's gonna bake, and it's gonna turn out. Okay, so I'll be back after I blend bowl number 1, and then we're gonna assemble it, and we're gonna hope that this week's recipe is a success. Yes, I need something pumpkin. All right, here we go. See you in a minute. Okay, everything's whisked. So right now, it looks nice and fluffy. I'm ready to assemble. I'm gonna grease the heck out of that pan, but this water's supposed to be really hot. So while we're assembling, and I will check on it, let's just start getting it hot right now. And both of my spray cans are like really low, so I'm just going to make sure that I am thoroughly covered. Actually, that may be good. I'm gonna grab a paper towel and wipe it around and then check. I hate it when it like drizzles everywhere. But I don't want it sticking to the sides. Yes, that is well greased. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna aim this down. Let's start assembling. Okay, so this is very well greased. Got a spatula here. So it says that we are going to spread this mixture into a well greased pan. First step. It almost feels like a pumpkin mousse almost. It makes 6 servings. I will tell you that the person who created this recipe only tells you the calories and the net carbs. So I will link the recipe, but I'm also going to go onto good old Carb Manager, and I'm gonna figure out the rest of the macros, the protein, the fat, the fiber, all that stuff for you guys, because I know a lot of you will want that information. And if you're like me, I'm going to save the rest of that can of pumpkin, because since it only makes 6 servings, if this turns out, that's only enough for 2 days for our family. And I can easily make another round since this is stuff that we have on hand. I'm just trying to make sure that this is level or close to level. Okay, so from here, let me just use my fingers, that's okay. Let me check that water before I start the next part. Oh, good, you're hot. Okay, so here, I have everything. I don't know if I want to use my hands. Yeah, maybe. Just sprinkling it around. Trying to make sure we get a little everywhere. Might be some in here too. I may have to go back and do a little bit with my hands here. You don't want to mess with the batter too much though. Just trying to make sure everywhere's got some pecans, some of that brown sugar coating. Okay, I'm going to take that part out, just a little tiny bit. Okay, looking good so far. Now, here we go. I have the water and it is hot. I'm going to put my finger in it just to double check. Yeah, I can barely touch it. It says literally to pour the hot water over the top and do not mix. Okay. This is the part I think I'm most nervous about, is right here. Okay, that is it. At this time, okay, you guys all know I'm nervous about this. It says bake for 40 minutes or until the top has set. So I always start checking early. I'm actually, after last week, I think I'm gonna check it like 32, 33, pretty early, and then keep checking. And once the top is set, I'll let you know when it's set for me. And in the meantime, I'll be filling out the rest of the macros for you guys so that you guys know. And I'll be back for the taste test. All right, here we are for the taste test. You might hear some sounds off to the side because it looks so good. My husband's going for some. So, looks good. I think I might have a winner this week. Only came out of the oven a few minutes ago. We have a winner. It only took 2 weeks, but we have a winner. This is so good, guys. This is so good. I'm so glad I waited for dessert today. This is a good one. And I'm so glad I saved the pumpkin because they're going to ask me to make this again in 2 days. And I'm going to make it again. So this is great. Enjoy it for Thanksgiving. Enjoy it for the fall. Pumpkin cobbler. Like I said, I'm going to link the recipe, but I'm also going to write out the macros for you. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.